Welcome to the Wine Tasting with Comedians podcast. I'm your host, Lyall Behrens. We got a real special guest. Not just a special guest. We got a real special guest. This man, you may have seen him on BET, on Comedy Central, in the New York Times.
All right, yeah.
And most of you known for Thug Notes. Yeah. We have Greg Edwards.
Yeah, thank you, Lyall.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, man, glad to have you here, man.
Yeah, man. You were going down my little resume, my little cute resume.
It's funny.
It's all cute.
What's funny is right before this, I don't know if it's gonna wind up in the episode. Just before I said to Greg, you be acting like you a regular guy. And then he had this, I got to do my impression because it's entertainment now. Yeah. Come on, man. We're all regular, man.
We are regular.
And it's like we are, but we're like.
We're very regular, man. I'm a very regular person. I'm super regular, dog.
I'm regular too, but you know what? I'm going to fight this later. And we're going to go, yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm going to fight this later, though.
But I just man, I just been here too long, man. Ain't nothing special.
I feel that.
Ain't nothing special about LA.
Agreed.
Ain't nothing special about me.
Well, I wouldn't say
I
that.
mean, I'm a good person.
Don't say that. People gonna turn this shit off right now. Say nothing special about you.
I mean, I tell jokes and I'm a good guy, but whatever. Whatever.
I don't like niggas like you when y'all do that.
Just trying to live, dog.
I don't like when y'all do that because I gotta mind fuck myself. Like, yeah, fuck them. They can't fuck with you. And then when I hear all this, like, man, just whatever. Like, I don't like that shit.
I'm just trying to, keep it going, man. My knees hurt. I'm getting old, dog. That's what it is. You get to a certain age and you're just like, I
get that, but I'm gonna fight you on the regular shit later in the show.
I appreciate it. I'll take it. I'll take the love.
So the thing we do on the show is I like to pair wines that I think really match comedians' personalities. We have this address the elephant in the room. We had this corked wine. Our lovely producer opened it, but he had, the wine key wasn't keying the correct way. So I just want to let for the real wine snobs that are watching right now. Yes, I know to pour this shit in a decanter with the paper towel, and that's how you do it. But we don't have a fucking decanter because we in a studio in West Hollywood. But I just need to let the wine snobs watching know this. Anyways, so for you, Greg,
what's this?
I got a Grenache.
Grenache
from Santa Ynez Valley, which is Santa Barbara area.
Yeah.
Grenache is one of my favorite grapes.
Okay.
You're one of my favorite people in comedy.
Oh, man. That's hella nice, bro. You know a lot of comedians. So
I do.
That's
and I
nice.
don't like a lot of them. I hate a few of them. Most of them, I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is a whatever person.
Yeah.
But you have, similar to the grape of Grenache, you have a personality that just kind of lights up a room.
Oh, man.
That's hella sweet. I'm a lot, I have times where I get just very erratic because I'm not getting enough pussy. Okay. Or I'm or it's a low turnout. Or,
I get that.
Okay, yeah.
I get it.
And then, but you'll be on the show and you're like, come on, man, hey, man, it's going to be a good night. I'm like, all right, yeah.
It's going to be a good night, baby.
Yeah, I'm wound very tight. So, and Grenache makes me feel loose. Greg makes me feel you're a veteran presence. You're like Udonis Haslin on the show.
Oh, God. I'll take it, though.
Yeah.
Udon killing it on ESPN right now.
Yeah.
He killing. He about to get a good contract.
Yeah. So it's like you bring that. This is Grenache is something. And also Grenache amongst wine drinkers has, and Wine Novice has a very high approval rating.
Okay.
It's
so a lot of people
you compare it with
Grenache.
a lot of food.
Okay.
It's kind of I'd like to say a more sophisticated Sangiovese as a grape, and
it smells beautiful.
Yeah, I will not. Greg does not drink. We'll get in that later, but I'm gonna pour you a little just so you can get the aromas.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm
so you get a little smell.
Nice little.
Yeah, tell me what you get on that.
Ooh,
I got some blueberry, some plum.
Definitely some plum.
Yeah.
Strong, too. It's got a punch to it.
Yeah, I think this is
14%
alcohol.
Buddy.
This is higher than the average red wine.
You up.
Yeah.
That's what you take hey, baby. We going to the woods.
Woods?
Yeah. Get a cabin in the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Take a couple bottles of these. Yeah, that'll be good times. Maybe I'll grab a bottle of this for my lady, man.
You should, man. You should, yeah.
Yeah, she like the wine.
But then also, like I said, Grenache has a very high approval rating amongst people. Like I open it for people that don't really drink wine, for people that are into wine on the level that I am. And you are somebody, you have a very high approval rating amongst comics. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about you. You're like one of the few ones I could say, yeah, I've never heard. And then like, because you do my shows here in LA, and it's like,
I like doing your
newer
shows.
Comics. And they're like, oh man, I really like Craig. Like, fucking people just like you, you know?
Oh man, well, I ain't got no beef.
Yeah.
I try not to fuck with people. You know? Like I grew up in a place where like it's easy to get fucked with. So I try not to fuck with people. And I try to find the good in everybody, man. Even if people might got their own stuff, I try to like actually compliment them on the good shit and keep it rolling, man. That's it. And I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing. I'm happy to do stand-up.
So this is a perfect segue.
Yeah.
Because one thing with wine is like, wine is often informed by real estate, where the grapes are grown. Because I always tell people like, go by like where you, like if you see Washington State on a wine, like might not be that, it could be good, or it could just kind of taste like, often like most Washington State wine I've had kind of tastes like wine you get like on an airplane. Like it's fine, but it's not going to speak to you. But so if you see Santa Ynez and like a real AVA, like you could really get an idea of where it's from. And I think the same can be said for artists and comedians, like where we grow up really kind of informs things, decisions we make on stage and throughout our journey. So where'd you grow up, Greg?
I grew up in Virginia. I grew up in like it's not, I guess it's weird because it's not a small town, but it is a small town. It's called Newport News, Virginia. Bad news. Everybody knows it because of Iverson.
Yeah, I know about it.
And but I grew up there. Yeah, and I'm born and raised there. Left when I was 20 and moved to California. It's a very military church and hella black. It's very, very, we got black colleges. We got like 2 black colleges within 20 miles of each other. I grew up with black doctors, black businesses, black everything. So I'm like, that's how I grew up. So it's not a thing. Funny? Yeah.
Because I got like friends from the DMV and they've like come out to Oakland, they've come out to LA, and they've been like, yo, y'all black people really ain't black like we black. There's like a judgment on California blackness. And did you have that when you got out here?
I just think y'all. First of all, California is way bigger, have been through different shit, and then most of the black folks in California came during like
30s, 40s.
Yeah. A lot of people came from Louisiana.
My people.
So, most black people here are transplants. Yeah. So this ain't even a shit for real. They just have like become Californians. But most of I was at a Walmart in like Compton. This was like 2 years ago, and I was getting an oil change, and the dude that was that was the manager of everybody, he said, he had this country ass voice, and I was like, dog, where you from, man? He was like, oh, I'm from Compton. And I was like, where your mama from? And he was like, oh, they from South Carolina. I was like, yeah. Nigga, look how you sound, So, but yeah, I don't be judging y'all. And first, the black folks here have been through a lot of shit too.
Yeah.
So, no. It's different. Oh, no, this makes it, man, that's just rough.
I love just like kind of like poking the little LA black Mexican tension for fun when I feel like
it's weird because it's pockets, right?
Yeah,
it's pockets because sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's great, and then it's like pockets, and I'm like, somebody was telling me in Long Beach, it's like it's a big beef in Long Beach.
Oh like, yeah, no, it is.
But like, man,
I grew up in Long Beach, so it's
crazy. So because like we
used to have race wars in middle school, like
that's what people be telling me out here, man. Yeah. Nah, I ain't grow up with that.
Yeah.
It was too black. The white people was like, It's y'all's. This is y'all shit.
Well, let me tell you something, Greg. You really missed out. There's nothing more fun than like a sixth grade race war. And it's like a nigga you don't like, but then y'all gotta fight because the Filipino kid was talking wild. And then the Mexican kid's like, black nigga. And then you gotta jump in. And then it's like a race war. And then you go eat Mexican food after you like say some racial slurs, you know? And then you go, but then you want Mexican pussy. But like, you like, it's just like, why you say that to my brother? It's like a Bronx tale, like in California. It's fun.
Crazy.
When you look back, it feels shitty when you go through it.
Everybody's hot. Everybody's good looking. Why y'all just fuck each other? Yeah. All the Filipino girls.
But they started. Like, you know, black people don't start race wars.
No, I know. You know what it is. Yeah. It's just, you know, it's everybody trying to get their position.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is. It's like everybody trying to get a position, but, you know, it's like, it's all good, dog.
Yeah.
You gonna get yours? We don't need to be beefing. Let's make some food, dog.
You got this like permanent big bro energy, man.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm chilling, man. I'm happy. I'm happy.
So when did you so you came out like where'd you go after VA? You said you were 20.
I was supposed to play football, right? I was supposed to go to
what position?
I was playing linebacker in college. And then I tore my ACL. So I had to go back home. And while I was back home, I started doing like theater and shit. And so I started doing like community theater, started doing like...
Wait, where'd you go? You said you went somewhere.
Oh, Virginia State.
Virginia State, okay. How far is that from
Black school?
Newport?
It's probably about a good hour and a half drive.
Okay.
Not too far at all. And but I came home and I started doing theater, started doing dinner theater. And yeah, man, I was doing it. And I got offered a scholarship to Cal State Stanislaus. And so I flew out to California and I had to...
Is that like Salinas? Where's that?
It's like kind of close by Modesto, Merced area.
Okay.
And yeah, the head of director...
So like Central California.
Central
like, right?
California. Yeah. The head of theater, director of theater at Cal State Stanislaus saw me doing dinner theater and he was friends with my boss. So he offered me the scholarship, but I had to gain residency in California. So I had to like live in Oakland and I auditioned for like this fucking theater company in Oakland and I got the gig and that's when I moved out here.
You were like 20?
I was 20. I was 20. I moved out here in August of 2001.
Damn.
Right before 9/11.
Wow.
Yeah. 9/11, I was in Oakland in my little apartment off of 14th and Alice at the Alice Art Center.
So you've been in Oakland longer than me because I moved to Oakland in 2004.
Yeah.
I was like 13, so yeah, you've been...
Yeah.
You more Oakland than me, man.
Well, nah, man. I left soon. Yeah. Moved to San Francisco after that real soon. But I like the Bay. I love the Bay.
I got some nuanced feelings about it.
What's your beef with the Bay? What's the problem?
Well, okay, you know my problem was, because like, you gotta keep in mind, I moved there when I was 13, so it's like, at that age, you kind of have like your cultural identity with certain things, like
totally,
and you feel it stronger because it's like you move somewhere when you're 20, you're like, oh, let me try out this cafe.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be fun. Let me go to this bar. But it's like I like Tupac and Snoop. I don't like E40. Like, and it's so extreme.
E40 was different.
It's an acquired taste.
It
man.
is an acquired taste, but I get it.
And I moved during the hyphy movement, so it was
you were.
And then crunk was the other thing, so it was like. It was like a really rough time. I think the mid 2000s were like a rough time for like smart niggas that like rap music.
Especially in the Bay.
Yeah.
Because they were definitely wilding.
But then it's like what was in the music translated to like outside. And it's like, especially like black kids, like a lot of how you relate is like music, hooping, kind of girls, you know.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That's kind of like, so it's like the slang sounded like weird, and then they'd be like, hey, what's your address? I'm like, nigga, what? Like,
and where were you coming from? You was coming from down here?
I was coming from, yeah.
Oh,
LA.
Yeah, it's different. It's way different.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Yeah.
But I like the naturalness of the Bay. Well, at least Oakland. It was my first time seeing like musty black chicks.
See, and that's the shit I don't like. Like, I'm a bougie nigga.
Yeah,
like,
dog. That was different for me. But I was like, the mustiness and the no makeup and shit. I was like, wow, y'all are hella natural. Yeah. But you know, you get used to it.
All right, see, this is like, I don't want to step on what I want to get into later.
MustyBlackWomen.com.
Oh wait, should I fall back and be like, hey Greg, don't say musty black women.
MustyBlackWomen.com. Love it.
This is like that other sketch you did.
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
No, the 1-800 niggas sketch or whatever you did. That was
with Brent.
Yeah. Were you saying the N-word for the white man?
I didn't even say it. I won't say it. I just did the. I signed it. I was the deaf nigga. Yeah.
All right. We'll get to that later. Okay, so
wild.
What the move from Oakland to SF? Like, what made you want? I mean, like, it's pretty obvious what made you want to move to SF to me, but like for the people.
Oh, for stand up wise, it's not a lot. Back then, it wasn't a lot of stand up in San Francisco, and
shit, when'd you get into stand up though? Because like you moved out here in 20 doing theater. What brought you like?
Well, I did theater, and then I saw like an open mic in the East Bay Express.
Okay.
And Tony Sparks was hosting the open mic at the Java Source on like 5th and Clement. And I went over there, did my first open mic. Edwin Lee was there. He was like 14 years old. Jasper Red, some other people. I think I saw maybe, those are the only first people I saw.
So far you said names that I all know.
Names that what?
That I know. Because sometimes people be like, then there's like Jerome Henley. I'm like, who the fuck is Jerome Henley?
That name sounds familiar. No.
Really? I just made that up.
Jerome, but there was a dude named Jerome. But yeah. I started doing comedy then, and but I wasn't doing it a lot. I was doing like maybe once every 2 months, and then after the next year, I started doing it like all the time.
So for the people like that don't know, is like comedians like for your first 1 to 8 years, we will really judge comics that don't get up every other night or at least 4 or 5 times a week.
Totally.
We're like, you ain't a real comic. You get up all the time.
Yep.
Now me and Greg can get up once a week and we're good because it's like,
you've been doing it forever. Even though I need to be doing it all the time. But who got the time? I would love to be doing comedy every night and going to mics all the time. And I like mics though. A lot of comics don't like mics.
I hate mics.
I like the feel of. I don't like doing shows and working on shit at shows. I don't like that.
That's why I love having you on my shows.
I feel like I'm cheapening people. I want my shit to be finessed, good, tested, and then do it at the show.
See, I like working out my shit on bar shows.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I don't feel like
they're free.
That are free.
No, because it's like if you paid to get in, and I'm like, all right, I feel bad.
But it's still somebody's time.
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
Yes. No, fuck that. They drinking and they got shit to do. Like, no.
It's plenty of mics. And plus what I like about mics, especially like LA mics, I like to see the young cats. Trying to, it kind of gets me enthusiastic. And
you're such a better person because I walk in there like, how do you niggas not know who I am?
Oh man, you hear somebody say some shit and you're like, man, I like the way this cat thinking. It make you.
I feel that sometimes.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
Yeah. But sometimes I just think I don't like comedy enough.
I think we all go through that though.
Yeah,
it's good. I didn't like comedy a lot, for a while, and then something happened, and then oh man, I want to watch more. But yeah, man, we all go through that shit. It's all right.
So doing stand up, how long did you live in the Bay before you moved to LA?
I lived in the Bay from 2001 to 2010.
Okay, wow. So you moved right when I started doing stand up.
Yeah.
I started doing stand up September
after
2010.
That night I saw you. I think I left not that long after that.
Oh, wait, I thought you were already gone because people told me you lived in LA.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, that had to be like 11 or something because I was after
2011. Yeah, you're right.
And then people, So in that time span though, you opened up for a lot of famous comics.
Yeah, I opened up for a lot of. For a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
I think my first ever.
Oh, and I want to clarify, not to cut you off. I want to clarify. There's a difference between opening up and on a show with a comic. Because we've been on shows with famous comics, but when you open up, there's more like a build up. Often the money can be better.
Oh yeah, and they actually see you in the green room.
Yeah. You're like a peer as opposed to Well,
I wouldn't say peer, but. I wouldn't say Pierre. No, not at all.
I have a very high opinion of myself, but like,
I mean, you can say Pierre, but they don't see you as a Pierre.
They don't. But I mean, it ain't my fault. But they got their head up their ass.
No. I like that. I think it's great. I liked all the experiences.
Colleague.
They don't see you as a colleague at all. They see you as a motherfucker opening for me, and you better do your time. And you better not fuck it up.
You know, actually, like when I've headlined on the road and comics open for me, I don't see them as a peer neither. So let me shut the fuck up.
Nah, man,
let me shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Nah, but I think I've had like all types of experiences opening up for bigger comics, and I cherish all of them.
I want to go
even
do
the bad ones. I mean, I opened up for Todd Barry. That was the first person I opened up for, and some comic was mad that I opened up for him because first of all, because I was black and they didn't think our material matched. And then the dude got to interview Todd Barry for his like little shitty comedy website blog. I don't know where this dude is now. But and then after the show, me and Todd shared a cab together and he told me about the whole thing. We went to a bar, had a drink. Did we drink? Maybe we ate. I don't know. But he was hella cool. And I didn't know who Todd. I knew who Todd Barry was, but I didn't know who Todd Barry was. You know what I mean? I knew who he was, but I didn't know who he was. That's why the white dude was mad at me. Because he's like, he doesn't even appreciate it. You know, but whatever.
But be honest, like we would feel that way of like, you opening for Mike Epps? You would be a little hot.
No, man, like, if it's somebody's first time opening, I'd be happy as fuck for somebody to open up.
First time? Okay, that's different.
And all that time I spent there, I didn't care who they wanted me to open for.
Well, we gotta know enough white shit as it is too. Like I got
very much. So. But nah, man. Yeah, I opened with Todd. I opened up for Paul Mooney twice, Patrice O'Neal twice, Charlie Murphy, Damon Wayans.
I want to get into some of these because of your tweets. So
yeah. Oh yeah, the tweets I was talking about. I was on the road the other day, just like talking about, just feeling like old and like talking about shit. Yeah, but
Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans. I opened up for Damon like not too long before I left from the Bay to go to LA, and Damon Wayans Jr. was featuring, and I was hosting. And,
Ron and Bronny.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, I like Dame Jr. Dame Jr.
is funny.
Dame Jr. is super funny.
And he's better at comedy than Bronny is at basketball right now. So like, I wasn't trying to talk shit.
And he was green then, but he was still funny then. But the thing about Dame is he was just hella nice.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to Damon Sr. about stand-up, and he told me about that friend shit. He was like, ain't nobody your friend in LA. Don't get it twisted, because you'll believe it. It don't hurt your feelings and shit. He was just keeping it real. He told me, he said the business is hard. Sometimes you doubt yourself. And he's like, even me, I doubt myself. And I was like, who picks you up when you doubt yourself? He was like, Keenan. Keenan makes me feel bad. He was being so like open to me, man. And I really appreciate that. I haven't seen him since that. Like live. And I mean, you don't know who I am, but it'll be nice to like tell him thank you for that. But yeah, man, I opened up for Bill Burr a lot. And I've seen Bill a lot since then. He remembers me sometimes, but sometimes he don't. But you know.
You can't take that personal.
Oh, I don't take none of it personal, man. Nah, man, Bill's like, Bill was Bill then, but he wasn't like who he is now.
Yeah.
Like, he got too many people that he taking care of. Yeah, man. Yeah, I opened up for a lot of heads, man. I opened up, what was her name? She won Last Comic Standing, loud black lady.
Leslie Jones?
No.
I can't
remember her name. But she died recently.
Oh, shit.
So many people I opened for have passed too, man. Charlie Murphy.
Oh, no, yeah. Charlie, you said you talked about him and his man Freeze.
Oh, Freeze. I saw Freeze like maybe 2 years ago with his wife at a donut shop.
Okay.
And Charlie was great. Charlie was hella nice. And but you can tell he was still nervous with stand-up too, because he hadn't been doing it that long.
He started like 07 after Chappelle Show. They did the I'm Rich Bitch tour with Burr. And
like people, I remember people giving him flack about that, but I'm like, dog, like it is hard. Like he had to do 45 every night. multiple times. You know what
awesome.
I mean? Not when you're not ready though. And
no, I remember the first time I did 28 minutes of our little theater. I was nervous as shit. Yeah.
Man. Be thankful for that shit, man. So now, man, it's been it's been nice. It's been open. Dion Cole opened up for Dion.
Patrice, though, you have any Patrice stories?
Oh, I love come on, Patrice man. Story. Patrice was mean to me the first time I opened up for him. He wouldn't even talk to me, man. And like Reggie Steele, shout out to my brother Reggie Steele, hella funny comedian in the Bay, good dude, great dude. Yeah. And Reggie was just hanging out. He wasn't even on the show, and Patrice would hang out with Reggie the whole time. Like I'd be in the green room, Patrice would come in, see me and Reg, and he'd be like, "Come on, man," and then they go out, they just leave, and I would look at Reg like, "What's up?" And he was like, "I don't know, man." And then so I thought he just hated me or something. But then I opened for him maybe like 8 months later at Cobb's, and he was hella nice to me. I guess he was just kind of like trying to see how I would react. And he talked to me a lot the second time around. But yeah, Patrice was great, man. Patrice was...
It's funny, like when I was a younger comic and like I had too much of Patrice in my voice.
Yeah. I
remember, it's only 2 people I've done this with famous people. Actually 3, where I've said, "You think he liked me?" And
Patrice, you think Patrice liked me?
No. I've asked people to met Patrice that. I don't think Patrice would like me.
He would have liked me? Oh, okay.
I don't think he would have liked me. But I've asked that about Patrice, Tupac, and Nipsey. Those are the 3 people I was like, "Hey, you think they would have?"
Patrice was interesting, man. A lot of people, people go through this like, I want to be like Patrice type shit. And I'm like, you don't want to do that, man. Patrice is like that all the time. It
don't seem fun.
It's not. And he was talking to me a lot about a lot of like shit he did that kind of fucked up his career and shit. And like, but he didn't have regrets about it. He was just talking about the shit he did. Yeah, it don't seem fun. But he was truly who he was. So you gotta appreciate that. He wasn't fronting for nobody, and just fucking hilarious, man.
I mean, that's why people compare us a lot.
You are who you are. You are genuinely who you are.
I mean, you've never seen me like switch up.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't. I wish you would sometimes.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people are like, "Bro, you talk a little too much shit. You need to bring it down." But I think...
But you're who you are. It's all good.
But I think there's a thing, though, that happens for like a certain sort of black dude, especially if you grow up... I don't want to be like single parent home. I'm a sad nigga. I don't want to do that. Nah. But like when you're a certain type of brother and you grow up like, urban, inner city, you deal with all this, but then you also are around white people too, and you know how they can be, and you almost too smart for your own good.
True.
But you tall and big, and you like, nigga, what you gonna do?
Yep.
You ain't doing shit. And there's a thing where it's like, fuck it, I might as well stand on this. And then...
Well, I mean, standing on... This is just my opinion.
Go ahead.
Standing on...
You my big bro. Talk.
Well, I look at it like you don't want to miss opportunities.
Yes.
And sometimes standing on shit can make you miss opportunities when all you had to do was kind of just like, my advice to a lot of brothers that I hang out with is like, why you let that shit get to you? You let this motherfucker, like, I got friends.
And that's no difference, because my thing is like, why you let them do that?
Or why do you let them do that? Why do I let them do that? Why do you let that get to you?
Man, it's...
Them doing something does not affect me or bother me.
All right, I gotta tell you a story about something that happened recently.
Okay.
It was my mom's birthday a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
happy birthday, Moms.
Yeah, happy birthday, Moms. And I have like this full day plan, take her out to the Getty.
Yeah,
right?
Nice.
Go on that lovely monorail.
Yeah, beautiful monorail.
Yeah, beautiful monorail. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. It's the best part. They should put pictures in the monorail.
Yeah. They ain't got no red line projects hanging up there.
Shut up.
I can't relate. I'm saying, I bought your heart. We're going to talk about that later. But so we there, and then we got early dinner reservations in downtown. So it's like we kind of wrapping it up quick. Then we go down, get on the monorail back. I'm standing because I'm with the front car where I get my little Instagram story, and then my mom's sitting right there, and this white family comes up, and this white lady, she comes up to my mom and she says, "Can I sit there?" And like, and she does like really obnoxious points finger out. Can I sit there? And I'm like, Lyall, you're not in Glendale. You don't need to step up your mom. This is a woman, not a man. Let your mom handle this. This is a little inside joke because Greg knows I did some gangster shit for my mom not too long ago.
Yeah.
Because somebody got a little sideways. But so it's a lot of LA comedy knows about it now. But so I was like...
She was trying to sit in your mom's seat?
Yes.
She asked your mom to move?
And there was an empty seat right next to her.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how my mom handles this.
Yeah.
And then she said, my mom was like, well, I guess. And she's like, oh, well, I've been standing a lot. And then, and the fucked up thing is like, they're probably the same age.
Yeah.
You know, but like they don't, black don't cry, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, I guess. And then this is her white daughter. It's like, I apologize. You know, the heat gets to her. And then I'm just like,
for the white daughter trying to make up for it.
Yeah. And then I'm just like fucking fuming. And then my mom like moves to the seat over, and I'm like, we are not house niggas. Like I'm hot. I'm thinking about this scene on like one of the first episodes of Snowfall when Franklin's mom gets harassed by like the white building owners. He's grabbing on her ass. Totally. Like all these racial images are coming to my head, and I'm like just sitting there like Tony Soprano, like it's just building up. And then as we're like descending, I'm like, Lyall, you need to say it. You need to say it. And I said, oh, Mama, did you bring a shoebox to clean? I think some people may need a shoe shine. And then my mom's like, oh, yeah, laughing. And then I'm like, yeah, maybe there's some cotton we could pick on the way down. And then like the door opens and I said, oh, hold on, we need to let the important people off first. And then the daughter says, oh, no, you first. I'm like, oh, no, not me. And then and they're so uncomfortable. And I know they're going to have a fight on the way in on the car. And it felt good. And I'm like, I could not, like, I can't let that, because you know what would happen? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
I don't think that's, well.
I gave you a milder version. I
don't think that's a problem.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
Okay.
Shit like that's fun.
Yeah.
I think when it becomes to like shit with your career and shit with you like trying to make bread off of, that's when it's like, let me go ahead and bite this a little bit. Do you
think I've done things that have like fucked up? Like
I don't think.
If you were just a guest, like it seems like you've done that. Or like,
I don't know. I know.
That's why you've had such a good career. You playing this perfectly.
No, well, I just know. I mean, I know reputations, but I mean, I just think sometimes we have to resist urges. Sometimes,
yeah, we do.
We have to resist urges sometimes. You know, like I've had situations at my job where I'm like, is this racist? This smells very racist.
Can you give a good example of a recent one?
I mean, a lot of shit smells racist, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's racist. It could just smell racist.
Or maybe not a recent one, but just like something. Is there like, because I have those things where it's like something in your head that stands out and you can't prove it, but you feel.
It's just, I think just treatment. But it's also, when you do that, you got to also think about your views on things.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a very black Southern place. So we've had white tension, white issues, but it wasn't all the time. So sometimes I might just be jumping to I'm sorry, I keep hitting the mic. I might be jumping to conclusions with racism that it might not be racism because my mind goes there first. So I also have to check myself. And I also just know when it's job and when it's money and shit, you might need to like go over it a couple times. You might need to stop, feel, you gotta check your emotions and then act on them.
And this is the problem with America never rectifying the greatest sin of its country, which is slavery.
And they never will.
They never will.
And that's not our problem.
Yeah.
It's their problem.
I wish he was my dad, dog.
No, you don't. It's not our problem, though. It's their problem.
I need to hear this.
Just as much as we've had to deal with that, they got to deal with that too.
And us talking shit back.
Oh no, the guilt and and all that, and that's why a lot of these rich folks is all sad. You ever see sad rich people?
Yeah,
just sad and miserable. Oh, that Lexus. Oh, just crying all the time. Yeah. Filthy rich, sad. And they got to deal with that. So it's not our shit. It's their shit. And it's their demons. And I don't hold none of that shit no more. I'm looking at all the cameras. I don't hold none of that shit. That's all on y'all. Good luck with it.
God bless you. I meant that genuinely.
No, I know you did.
I didn't mean that in like the way black people say God bless you, but in like a fuck off kind of way. I didn't mean it like that.
No, I just like to do that evil laugh after that.
I love it.
Yeah, man. No, that's all I'm saying, man. It's just like, if it's with your money, don't let motherfuckers fuck up your bread.
I feel that.
Damn, don't do that. That's your money. It ain't even biting it. It's just like, I don't let nobody. That shit don't bother me.
My thing is double back after you get the money. That's my shit.
If you don't fuck with me, if you don't fuck with my wife, now you fuck with my wife. You fuck with my wife in any situation, I'm gonna get at you. That's my wife. That's just my rules. That's rules.
Yeah.
That's God rules.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I might out joke you a little bit, but no, if you fucking with my money, I'm gonna handle it. But yeah, and you can always get back at people. I got a list. Of people if I see them in like a dark alley. Oh, his own.
Oh, me too.
Oh, his own. If I see them and they not like around. Yeah.
And there's no cameras?
I got like 2 people like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But maybe
I need to bring my list down.
I got one comic like that. If I see him, his own.
Tell me off camera.
Nah.
Well, you wouldn't even tell me off camera?
I'll tell you off camera. He did some dirty shit, and I was like, and I couldn't do nothing at the moment.
See, I got one like that.
But you know what? He was an alcoholic, and maybe he's sober now. But I'm sober too.
See, I don't get that because like
I'm sober too. But some stuff you just don't let go. But if I see
like Juan bitch ass up in San Francisco, I ain't gonna say his last name, but like Juan bitch ass was drunk all the time doing fucked up shit.
Yeah,
and that's one where I'm like, bro, if I found out he died, I would post a meme from Rocky if he dies. And I ain't never seen. I'm too young to see. I watched Creed.
He dies.
Yeah, I'll be doing that. Wait, back to the people you open for. I want to get out of this. And then
but sometimes you just you gotta let people just die on their own. Some people you don't even have to do nothing. And they just gonna fall down within their own shit. You gotta let people just fall in their own shit and die in their shit.
You know what interaction I had with Kasim that I kind of think sums up me kind of well? So it was a show.
Kasim.
Yeah, I love Kasim. Yeah.
I would love to do a show with both of y'all, like a podcast with both of y'all.
I would love that too.
Because y'all have such strong opinions.
Yeah.
And you know how to verbalize them in a funny but poignant way.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I mean, we're kind of like offsets of Patrice. We're kind of like,
yeah. Y'all just different versions, but I love it.
Yeah.
Y'all both make me laugh in a very precise way.
I'm not going to do it on here because don't nobody watching this know who he is. Well, probably a few people, but I did an impression of him one time and he just fell out laughing and started kicking me. And that's when I was like, yeah, the baton has been passed. No, but this is like 2012. I'm producing one of my first solo shows at 222 Hyde.
Yeah.
And some dude, it was this, you might know him, this light-skinned brother came kind of short, had like a little mini afro when he came. I can't remember his name, but he wasn't a comic, but he was like, and I was charging like $5. And I was like, 2012. And he's like, man, can you get it for free? And then I'm like, it's $5, nigga. No. I said, fuck that. Like, he's like, man, do you know how many shows he's been to? He's been to so many shows.
Kasim said
yeah, Kasim said it. He's like, you know how many comics he supported? I'm like, it's not me, nigga. It's $5. He can't fuck. And he paid the $5. And I said, fuck that, man. We grinding over here. And then Kasim just looked at me and he said, rap music has ruined you. Yeah, it did.
God, I love to see. It's so ridiculous. Both of y'all are so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, man, we be cooning. Okay, but last, because I want to get out of the open for
$5. Go ahead.
Paul Mooney, because I've opened for Mooney too.
Okay.
And my experience was, I didn't open for him all fly like you did. I opened for him at Black Berkeley Repertory Theater. I did not get paid. We tried to ask his nephew about getting paid, and his nephew looked just like him. And his nephew's like, well, opening for my uncle is a big opportunity. And we was like, can we get some peace and drinks at least? And he's like, Fine, man. Fuck, it's a big favor you niggas asking. And then we got pizza and one drink with the vendors. And then we opened. And I didn't say nothing to Mooney when I opened for him. And I opened for him a few times at Black Berkeley Rap in South Berkeley.
That is dope.
No, yeah, I was like 22, 23 at the time. I was like, I put that in my Tinder bio. I was like, I thought I was lit.
As you should.
Yeah. And it was funny. The host the first time, shout out Leroy Stanfield. Leroy, he goes up to him and he's like, "Excuse me, Mr. Mooney, I just wondered if you got any advice." And then he said, "I have 2 words for you, young man." And he's like, "Yeah, what is it?" "Hi, nigga, and bye, nigga."
That's Paul Mooney.
So what was it like when you opened for him?
He was nice. He was he was nice to me. I opened for him
because I was scared to talk to him because it came with like a manual. Like, all right, well, here's how you need to talk. I'm like, I don't want to talk to no nigga where I need like.
I opened for him. The first time I opened for him was at Cobb's, and I was opening, and Kamau was featuring, and watching him and Kamau exist together was very funny to me.
I bet
they're both
very extreme versions of a segment of Black comedic personality.
Yeah, but they're both trying to fight the same fight. And they both just have different tactics of fighting it. And me over on the side just stoned and like, look at these niggas, you know what I mean? Just look at these cats, man. And just watching that and watching how uncomfortable Kamau was beautiful. And but no, he was nice to me. Hey, young guy. Good job. Good job up there. Yes. All right. Okay.
Good job, nigga.
Good job. You know,
tell Cornel West to get the fuck out. I'm just kidding.
You know, Bruce Lee loved the white man. You know, he'd say shit like that. But the second time I opened for him, this is when Moranzio was opening for him all the time, featuring for him. And Paul Mooney would come in with his do-rags. He'd have his ladies with him. And no, it was great. And he was talking more and watching him interact with Moranzio, because he really liked Moranzio. He was trying to nurture Moranzio.
I can see why they would get along.
Oh, man.
Not going to say more about that, but
they worked together a lot.
That was not a gay implication, by the way. They're both but I just want to clean that up. They're both like niggas with strong opinions about other people. That's why I said that. Opinions. Yeah.
And I love Moranzio too. I haven't talked to Moranzio in a minute.
Never met him. I seen him. I never.
Oh, good cat, man. Yeah. Funny.
He's funny. Yeah. I like him. Yeah.
But I like his comedy. Mr. Mooney was cool. It was cool watching somebody also that didn't change up. You know, it was like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Black folks. I'm talking about racism. Yeah. And I'm talking about it forever. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about it till you guys are blue in the face. And I know you ain't going to like what I'm saying, but it's real. You got to deal with it. Deal with your guilt. And he just kept going. And you got to respect somebody that just keeps going on that.
It's like Kobe. You play your game. You just keep shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just unrelentless. Unrelenting. Unrelentless.
So this is a part of the show where normally like the guest has been, it's only the second episode, but this is the part of the show where we're sipping the wine and opening up. Now you are drinking a Coca-Cola.
I am drinking America's finest.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola that used to have cocaine in
it. So you're not drinking wine with us. By the way, I just want to get this elephant out the room. You don't drink.
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing no more. I used to, Mr. Camera.
What made you quit?
It got to a point where I was just watching all my friends get like ahead of me. You know, everybody was getting like good gigs and everybody was, you know, Comedy Central shows and I'm like, I'm just as funny as these motherfuckers. Why am I not getting these opportunities? Why am I not progressing the way that I should be progressing? And I think it was the weed. The weed. I think, you know, I used to be like,
what kind of weed smoker? Because I only get high before bed.
I was a 2 to 3 blunt a day weed smoker.
Like,
you know,
in the middle, during the day?
Morning, come home, go do a mic, smoking at the shows.
Was this in LA or SF though?
Both.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So And so I'm sorry.
I've like fixed my habits since I left. Some of my bad habits.
Yeah, I just cut everything out, man. And it just made, as soon as I cut everything out, I got everything I want.
Because you're like an all or nothing kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm no gray area. Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah.
So when your wife has like a sip of wine though, like or like she gets a bottle.
My wife smokes and drinks.
How do you? And you're never like tempted, or you're never like, man, let me just get like one hit. And
nah,
I'm good.
I've smoked so much weed in my life.
Yeah,
I don't need to smoke anymore.
Damn,
I've smoked so much weed. I've done so much mushrooms.
I've never done mushrooms.
Oh, I've done so much
on purpose.
Mushrooms. Oh, I love mushrooms. They were great. That's the one I missed the most because it lets you be free and let go. You get to crying a little bit about your shit, and it's a happy cry. Sometimes it can be a sad cry, but yeah. But I stopped doing all that shit, and and everything changed. I started getting the shit that I wanted to get. My brain was clearer. I could see everything coming. I could handle situations better. Yeah, everything. My relationship with my wife got better. Everything. I was just more clear. And it's just better for me.
So, okay. So normally, glad to hear that, by the way.
Thank you.
Cheers to that.
Cheers, bud. Cheers, bud. Yeah, no doubt.
Glad you did what you needed, brother.
Mm-hmm.
But so this is the part of the show and where we normally... where we're like, all right, the wine is opened up and we talk about the notes. I'll tell you the notes of this that I'm getting as I've been drinking. Blackberry, plum, a nice little hint of vanilla. But then after that, we talk about our first impression. We open up to each other about each other.
Okay.
And our first impressions of each other when we met. And I remember where we met. We met Club Deluxe.
Oh, wow. That's right. You were going around Club Deluxe.
I got a crazy good memory. Yeah, and Club Deluxe was great. Shout out Big Al.
Mm-hmm.
Big Al ran like...
Shout out to Big Al,
yeah.
Man. Yeah, for real.
He ran like a really good Monday show.
Maybe
in the Haight-Ashbury. And it was like comics that maybe stayed a little longer. Because some comics, after they would do Cobbs and Punchline, they'd be like, all right, I'll do Throckmorton Theater on Tuesday after I do my weekend at the clubs. But then, hey, Monday, I'll go fuck around. And like it would be packed out. He would charge $5 on a Monday. The shows would run long, and it was kind of the closest thing to like some New York shit that I just feel like you won't get in San Francisco anymore because it's so techied out and you get all these cool different characters there.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, and we met at Club Deluxe at this show, and it was me because I was like underage in there. I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
So I was like, nigga, I'm at the party. Like I was like, I'm really at the
comics. You were at the party.
Yeah, I remember like I hosted a show there, and Ali Wong came in right after she did Jay Leno. Like so that's to show you how long that was. But we met at, I want to say, Stroy show. It was like a birthday show.
Okay.
Stroy Moy was doing. And then, if I'm not mistaken, and then I can't know. Some bar, they wouldn't accept my fake ID.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm out there, and then we're talking. You're like, man, you got some really funny stuff, man. And you were just like really encouraging. You're like, you got a website? I'm like, nah. You're like, you're too funny not to have a website.
That's when you needed a website back then.
Yeah, I know. You don't need one. The Chinese stole LyallBehrens.com now anyways. Like, I try to look it up. Like, you got to pay $60 to inquire. I'm like, fuck China, man. Like,
just do Lyall Behrens comedy. LyallComedy.com.
You can't, but I want my name. Like, I'm like Marlo. My name is my name, But I remember that, and I remember seeing you and like how polished you were. And it was like, at that time, because for me, it was like, it wasn't a lot of black comics I could look up to. Even like moving to Oakland, it wasn't a lot of niggas I looked up to around. I'm like, you niggas are country and weird, like, And it's like, and you came in and you was like polished, and you had like a really good set, and you had a joke that I was obsessed with.
What joke was that?
You said, I like when... women in LA. It was something, I'm butchering it, but it was like, I like women in LA. And then they like the obligatory barrier, boo, LA. And you're like, well, women in LA, women in the Bay Area, like, I don't know, y'all wear sweaters and complain about racism too much for my taste. And I was like, nigga, yes. Like, I was doing cartwheels in my head when you said that shit. And then ever since then, like, because the two black comics I met, like, that came up from LA and just kind of like graced us with our presence in the Bay is you and Rel Battle. And y'all was like the two, what's going on? How you doing? But it was like, y'all was the two, like, cool black comics, because I was like, I ain't gonna say none of them niggas' names, but they was haters. Some tried to fight me because I was selling more tickets than them. You know, they was fucking upset because them old ass niggas didn't know how the internet worked. And you can't bang on niggas into giving you spots. They fucking mad. Nobody cares about the purple onion. Shut the fuck up. But anyways, shout out Jabari. But what I'm saying, shout out Jabari Davis.
Oh man, Jabari, what's
really,
up,
my
man?
nigga, you talking that shit on your podcast, my nigga? Like, I can just picture him pressing me right now.
I think he's still in the Bay too, right?
He is. He teaching retarded kids. Here's my problem with niggas that like brought so much smoke in comedy. They get the fuck out. That's my issue. Cause it's like, yeah, nigga, this is This is that bitch ass nigga Sergio. I ain't gonna say his last name. But so many, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, all these bitch ass niggas want to do so much, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna have a girlfriend, have a family. What the fuck was all that stress for, nigga? Anyways. But yeah, shout out them niggas.
Shout out to them, man. Hey, it's hard. That shit's hard, dog. Yeah, that family life sound good.
Yeah,
family life sound real good. No, I do remember.
So anyways, I really liked you, and I'm always like, and you're one of like my favorite people.
Thanks,
and
Thanks, Lyle. No, I always I remember you at Club Deluxe. Vaguely, but I think I remember you hosting at Club Deluxe.
Okay, it might have been that show. It might have not been Stroy's birthday. Because that was my first time hosting, and that probably was the one Allie dropped in right after Leno.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember you at that bar that you couldn't get in.
Yeah. And you snuck me 2 beers.
And I stuck you some Coronas.
And no, you snuck me 2 PBRs in a can.
Oh,
I remember exactly what it was.
Okay, 2 PBRs.
And they fit in perfectly in your back pocket.
That's it.
And I got it.
Slid out. Yep.
Yeah, and I was just like, ooh, this came from Greg Edwards' ass. This is good. Like,
I thought you was funny, and I thought you was raw, and
like raw in like he's new way.
No, I thought you were raw the new way, but I also thought you were like quick off the dome too.
Yeah.
You know, because you was doing jokes, but you were also like what you still do. You go quick off the head and just cut to something, even if you got. One thing I always liked about you is that you got jokes, but you also can riff too.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really feel like you're dropping off in one of them. You know, dropping off in the other one.
Let's step in and out the pocket.
Yeah. You can just do whatever you want to do.
Thank you. Yeah.
And you just gotten stronger. And Sammy taking you everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's just gotten you stronger and everything. Yeah, man. Yeah, you've always been a good dude, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. And I appreciate you putting me on your shows. And I like coming to your shows. I like hanging out.
Man,
you always got fun. You always got a fun show.
I work really hard.
Wherever the show is, it's always gonna be fun.
Yeah, I work.
I love that art show you got going now.
Oh yeah, come do it again. We got 2 this month.
Whatever. Yeah. Let me know. I gotta go out of town. But yeah, let me know.
Whatever. It's so great.
Whatever. Yeah, man. I'm happy, man.
We
should all be happy. Think about 14-year-old Lyall. He would be so happy with you right now.
He would be like, bro, we ain't fucking more. But yeah, he would.
True. But all the other shit.
They be like, all right, that's cool. It's funny because I think
fucking great, man.
27-year-old Lyall will be more impressed than 14-year-old.
Even 27-year-old Lyall, then, man. Yeah, no.
We live in LA.
We live in LA. We do stand up, which people are scared of doing. But it's not even about that. It's just you get to say your feelings to crowds of people.
We run shows full time.
Yeah. It's just
we got a dope podcast.
We can touch elbows with big time comedians if we want to.
Yeah, I don't really want to. But
I don't really care to. I mean, I'm gonna start going to the store a little bit more.
You want to go tonight?
No.
Okay.
No. Not at all.
So you were talking
the
about
the last place I'd be here tonight.
I know, right? So, but this is the popping night because for roast battle.
I'm gonna go make a steak.
That sounds great.
I'm gonna go make a steak with my wife.
Roast battle in Crackhead on Thursday. Like Thursdays and Tuesdays are nice to go.
I should start going more on Thursdays.
Let me know when you go.
No, I hear you, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I know everybody there now, but it's just I've been here so long that it's like it's weird. I think about people that are dead now. I think about friends that aren't here anymore, and it makes me kind of sad.
Yeah.
That's what comedy does to me sometimes. I go to some places and I have memories of people that aren't around anymore, or that are also just, some people are dead, some people are gone. And it makes me kind of sad sometimes.
I be thinking about Neil Nanda sometimes.
No doubt.
It's weird, like, because he was just so loud and just there. It's just weird that it's like...
Yes, it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
I think about Jack all the time.
Yeah.
I think about Jack all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
All the
Jack
time.
Knight, rest in peace.
All the time, man. I think about Richard Bain. I think about a lot of people, man. But I also think about my other friends that are just left. Yeah. Just left the city too. But whatever. I gotta just still do what I'm doing. But it's a rough game sometimes. But it's fun and I love it.
But so what I want to ask you is, so you talked about how when you cut out alcohol, marijuana, psychedelics.
Yeah. Psychedelics.
Wait, by the of three, which ones do you miss the most?
Mushrooms.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Hands down.
Okay. So you cut those out, then you said certain things started to really happen for your career. By the way, how many months or years did it take? I gotta ask you. For you to be like, oh wow, this me doing, because like you've always been like a buff dude and took care of yourself and shit in good shape. But it's like, at what point was it like, oh, this is the shit that's like helping me? Me cutting the shit out is helping me. Like how long would you say it took?
It took that first year of being sober. What happens is like
having in-house pussy helps to get sober.
My girl was gone. My girl was in Texas when I started.
Damn.
So I had no in-house pussy.
We don't have to talk about that more.
That first year you're just battling all your withdrawals.
Yeah.
And it's not real like physical it is physical withdrawals, but it's more like mental withdrawals. So you're agitated, you're easily frustrated. I almost got in a fight with Pap. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like corny shit like that. I remember Pap was like, yeah, your girl gone. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be sober too. And so like just dumb shit.
Was Pap pushing you a little bit though? I love Pap, but
Pap
like,
got me. Pap, me and Pap, I was having an argument. No, I was having a meeting with Quincy, and Quincy brought Pap over. And then Pap,
Jones or Johnson?
Johnson.
Okay.
And Pap started getting on us, which he should have, but I didn't think it was his place to get on because he wasn't even invited to the meeting. And then I was like, what are you yelling at in my house? You know what I mean? But I was also agitated because I'm not smoking weed that helps me cool out and keeps me calm and collect. And but anyway, yeah, that's so that first year you're trying to deal with all this shit that you shouldn't, that not doing those drugs usually takes care of. But it took like that first year after that, first like maybe 7 months after that, I started seeing, what I started noticing more was like, you're not blinded to shit anymore. Like you can see stuff a mile away. Like people will ask you questions and like, instead of just being like answering the question, you're like, oh, why are they asking me that?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you trying to get out of this? What's the backstory behind all this? So you start like,
that's why I drink, to turn the shit off.
Well, for me, it's just like the clearer, the better.
Yeah.
So I can see stuff a mile away. And then I just started realizing like, oh man, I wasn't really being there for my friends. I was just stoner Greg and not really being there for the people that are really there for me. So yeah, it's just helped me. It helped me out a lot. But that first 7 months, but the longer the better, man. The longer the better.
Let's put things in perspective, because you did ask me some kind of like shit one time that was a little surprising.
What?
It was like one time you asked me to put on 3 comics from Austin. And I'm like, nigga, what?
3 comics from Austin?
Yeah. And I was just like, bro, I got the room tonight. And then he was like, man, they really good people though. I'm like, wait, I don't feel like you wouldn't have asked me that now.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Like you did press a little bit.
I did?
Yeah, it was a little surprising.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
It's all good. It was no
sorry.
issue. No, we good.
Yeah, shit like
but
that
puts it, because I was just like, it seemed kind of out of left field. I'm like, Greg's a vet. Why is he like pressing so hard on like 3 white people from Austin? I assume there's white. Yeah. 3 white people from Austin. And Austin wasn't even Austin then, like it is now with Mothership and all that. But now they put shit into perspective.
That's when I was still blazing, right?
Probably, yeah. Yeah. No, this is 2012. And then Kiko.
For sure I was raising.
Kiko Breeze, who I was working with at the time. Love Kiko.
Yeah.
Kiko messaged me back. Rule number. I said, man, but I owe Greg. Because I was like, I was just like, and I didn't. But he was like, but I owe Greg. And then he texted me, rule 138. You don't know nobody's shit.
Kiko, right?
Yeah.
Kiko, right? Oh, that's when I was coming up there.
Yeah. But you wasn't there at that time, though. You was asking for other people.
Favors. Okay.
Yeah, no, I put you up any time. But you was asking other people. Yeah, you pressed what I said. I was like, well, this seems out of... But now that puts things into perspective.
And now, you know what I would do? I'd be like, I'm sorry, dog. Y'all, you can hit him up and say, Greg recommended you, but I ain't doing that no more. Yeah.
So, to the good things you got, Thug Notes. That's like what, 2013, 2014?
Yeah. But I was doing Thug Notes. I wasn't sober when I got Thug Notes. But yeah, Thug Notes was great. Thug Notes was big, great, lot of opportunities, financially, career-wise. It helped me out, put me on the map. People still know me from that. I still get spotted.
Was that through BuzzFeed?
That was through a company called Wisecrack.
Wisecrack, yeah.
On YouTube. Yeah. But I did do a lot of doing that. I did do a lot of BuzzFeed stuff with that. But back then I was like, back then BuzzFeed was so young. And I remember talking to Garrick and I was like, man, should I jump over to BuzzFeed?
Garrick who?
Garrick Bernard.
Okay.
Because that's when Garrick and
I don't know who that is, by the way.
You know who Garrick Bernard is? Nah. One of Jack Knight's big homies. Okay. He was on that show. I never met Jack Knight, but okay, Garrick was on that show. What's the name of that show? Like Drunk
History.
No, Drunk People. I forget the name of the show that it was on. But he's a big time actor now. And an LA comic.
Okay.
But him and Quinta used to do BuzzFeed. Quinta Brunson used to do
Abbott.
BuzzFeed together. Yeah.
So you did that. So this is kind of like an elephant in the room because me and a lot of comics have had this conversation, like behind your back, is like, because that was like so big. We're kind of like, how come? And I want to like phrase this the right way, but it's like
you don't have to. You can phrase it whatever way you want. We friends?
No, but it's like, you know what it is? It's like, how come we didn't see like
how come I didn't finesse that more?
Yeah, like how come we didn't see a big tour, or like I figured we would have seen you on like, I don't know, the Carmichael show, or like you do some sitcom.
It wasn't mine.
I get that, but you were the face of it.
I was the face of it. But it's like, just because you're the face of it, you don't have control over it.
No.
You can leverage some things, but you realize that people sometimes want the thing and they don't want you. You know what I mean? So like, they want Thug Notes. They think Greg Edwards is funny, but they really want Thug Notes. And it's like, sometimes you can leverage people and be like, hey, I can do this instead. And then some people are like, oh yeah, well, you can do your stand-up. But some people are like, can you do Thug Notes here? And I'm like, I can't. It's not my shit. I don't own that. You know what I mean?
So what about like just say with like doing like a tour though, or something like that? Like,
I could have did a tour. I just wasn't in the place.
Are you not interested in the road? I don't get a feeling like you care about the road.
I don't really care about the road. I used to care about the road. Now the road looks horrible.
I still love it.
Yeah, the road to me looks fun somewhat, but now it's like.
But so like say doing like a weekend of like 4 shows and like, I don't know, some fucking Midwest city, like that's not appealing to you.
No, dude, a weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, weekend, come home. Great.
Oh, I hate one-nighters.
No, I don't even do. It's just
I do them because I have to do them, but
I don't want to stay on the road. That looks horrible. Nothing about that looks appealing to me anymore. When I was in my 20s, that's all I wanted to do. But now it's just like, hotel rooms. I miss my wife. I miss my dog. You know, you can't eat like the way you want to eat, and you just missed it.
See, I was talking about that with Trenton Davis, because Trenton's like, man, fuck clubs, I'm so tired of this. I'm like, you niggas with families think different. Like, I ain't got no girl, I ain't got no kids, I got no pet. Like, I hate being home. Like, this shit is a prison. Like,
you get a family, it's like, oh, I love you, motherfuckers.
I live by myself. I be like, who wants to grab a drink? You know, I be losing my
That's
fucking mind.
That's why the road is good for you.
Yeah, I love it.
Do
shit.
the road, yeah.
I meet all these new characters. Like,
you should always be doing the road.
I should.
Totally.
I'm really popping right now in LA with Live City, so I'm like, it's smart for me to be here.
Yeah.
And I really want to get out of town though.
But you should. You should. You should figure that out.
We'll talk. Yeah.
When
we'll talk off camera.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah. So with that though,
I could have finessed it more, but I also wasn't in a place. I was just like, oh, I got this money coming in. I got this that's keeping me like afloat, like comedy wise, and people know who I am from this, and I was good with this. I wasn't really thinking, because I wasn't sober either. I wasn't thinking long term. If I was sober doing this, I would have been thinking more long term, putting money, like saving my money, putting it together, actually working while doing that. Like I quit my job at one point with YouTube with the Thug Notes. I quit my job, and I was just living off of like Thug Note stuff, and you know, for like a while, and like I should have just kept working, saved up all that money, used that money for touring and other things like that. But I wasn't thinking like that.
Or even funding your own projects on the side.
Exactly.
And using that to boost.
But I was so tired of working and hustling out in this godforsaken city that I just wanted to take a break. I feel like
you can't beat yourself up for that though.
I can't. No, it was my first like real break in a long time. So it was needed.
So what was that ride like when you had Thug Notes? Because it's like because we're talking like, I mean, I go back because I looked at some of the videos like recently preparing for this, and like some of them like 5-10 million now. So when you're on that ride and you're hitting like 1 million, 2 million views and all that, like what's it like?
It was nice. It was great. I should have been making more money.
Yeah.
But whatever. It was a good opportunity. And the perks I got from it was awesome. And, you know, I think the biggest thing it helped me with was like just being able to support myself off of that. Being able to pay my rent. Being able to take my girl on a trip, you know, like.
Where'd you guys go?
I went a couple of places. Like Mexico. And but yeah, I mean, you know, but shit I couldn't do before. Shit that other relationships would have fell apart because I wasn't able to do. You know? You know, I've been in relationships with girls where they're like, you're so broke. And I'm like, I know, I'm a comic though. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Like I can pay my rent, but I can't go to Thailand with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I might could get the flight, but then I'm going to be broke in Thailand too, you know what I'm saying?
That's not I mean, but although if you are going to be broke, Thailand would be a great place to be broke.
Hell no. Ain't no place fun broke.
No, not broke, but like you could have fun with $20 a day in Thailand, is what I'm saying.
But that ain't broke. Bali. I'm talking broke, bro.
All right, never mind.
I'm talking broke.
Never mind.
So yeah, but no, it was great. It was great. And also the learning of everything. Learning that what you can do with something that's not your property, and what you can't do with something that's not your property. Learning how.
What are the biggest lessons of what you can do and can't do with something that's your property?
I think we've had, you know, one thing with Thug Notes, I remember one time we had the opportunity to work with another company, and they would have gave us a lot of money. A lot of money. And I would have got a lot of money, but I didn't own it. And the people that owned it didn't want to give it up. So you also have to just swallow shit like that and be like, man, I could have got like $100 grand or more from that deal. Even if that deal would have broke down within a year, I could have made some good money off of that. But it ain't mine. So it's just, you know, the thing I learned mostly was like, if you want to be able to do something, make your own shit. If you want control over something, make your own shit.
Well, so you did. How long? Thug Don'ts was what? 2013. Was it 2 years?
So wow, no, it was like maybe 4
years.
Yeah,
that's a good run.
Yeah.
So during that run, did you get sober during the run, or was that?
I got sober afterwards. After it.
Okay.
Yeah, after that. Yeah.
What were the things that you got after that? Because in our minds, that's like, well, what's bigger than that? Like, what are the things that you got that you feel like?
After I got sober.
Yeah, because you said like you got good things in your career.
Well, after I got sober, I started just saving my money properly. Started like just understanding my responsibility, and I think the world opened up for me more. And that's when I got the gig at Ridiculousness. Okay. I was a segment producer at Ridiculousness, which means like I find the clips for the show, find the videos and stuff, and then eventually I became a writer on that show. And, which opened up my world to like just being a TV writer and seeing how that goes and the stresses that you have to deal with being a TV writer.
I didn't learn I didn't want a writing job.
Writing jobs are hard.
That's like having a real job.
It's not like it is a real job.
It is a real job. That's why I got Last City. Like, I don't want to fucking...
It's stressful. It's a job. But you learn... It's a good gig because you learn the ins and outs of like what you have to do and timelines and when you have the shit has to be done at this time at this date, it needs to be perfect. You have to do it by this outline. Like real TV type shit. And it's still tons of stuff I don't know, but that helped. And then the money that comes along with being a TV writer.
No, that's like the thing. I'm like, man, because Tim Barnes.
Yeah.
You know Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Tonight Show with Fallon.
Okay.
And I was like, he did the other the Let's Unpack That podcast. So we're talking in Brooklyn, and I was like, yo, not to, because you know how Tim is. Tim is like he a square nigga. You know, like he.
I only know him from social media.
Okay. Well, Tim, he was like, so like I only grew up around old black people, and that's like, and then I shared the podcast we did, and he said, hey, so I'm writing on Nickelodeon, and like I don't want to share it because kids may see it. I'm like, kids don't give a fuck about the writing. You realize you said some wild shit, and I said some real crazy shit.
That's what it was.
Yeah, because I was just like, you think about like, oh, you getting this money, you be thinking about fucking other bitches, and then he was just like, I mean. Well, that's, yeah. By the way, Greg, when you was did you think about fucking other bitches when you was on Thug Notes? Because you had to be getting offered some pussy. Like,
nah, man.
Well, you already be getting offered pussy. Like,
nah, man. I mean,
Never mind. I'm sorry I asked that.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, cool. I mean, because it's like.
I love my girl, man. I've been with my girl forever, man. It's like, I don't want to. Look, man, other women are headaches.
They are.
Headaches. And my girl's like, would you date? And I was like, I don't want to be with no other girl. I was like, look, if we broke up, I'm not dating nobody.
But you fucking though.
I'm fucking, but I ain't dating nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking, but I ain't dating. Dating is different. I ain't taking nobody out. I'm not dealing with this. I told us like, there's no way in my world that I want to deal with another relationship.
Yeah.
You know how much work that is?
It's a lot.
Why would I ever want to do that?
Especially women in LA.
I want to make money. I want to do art, and I want to do stand up.
I want to do that, and I want to fuck hella bitches.
I've fucked plenty of women. I don't need to fuck a lot of chicks no more.
I mean, I've fucked a decent amount, but not enough for my liking.
It's all the same. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
It's really not. It's really not.
It really is.
By the way, okay, all right, cool. All right.
I should say
Before
that.
We get out of here,
that's awful.
It's two things I want to debate. All right, first I want to debate it's all the same, and I want to debate you being a regular guy. All right, so you like. First off, the regular guy thing, because that's less fun than pussy. So the regular guy thing. Like, cause you be like, oh man,
it's
like
not all the same.
We did a show in El Segundo, and then like we were talking or whatever, and you said like, yeah, man, I'm just an open mic. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're not an open micer.
I am an open micer. I don't see I like doing open mics. People used to get like,
okay, that's my choice.
Open mics. It is my choice, but I like it. I like it.
Okay, you like to okay, but it's like you like. Well, I was supposed to say something.
You about to say something bad. You about to say.
I was about to talk about Pete Bomber's son doing comedy.
I just like.
I was about to say you like the rich kid that's like, yeah. Let me be with the street people. No, you like the rich kid that wants to be on Skid Row. Well, you don't have to be. You don't have to be with the losers. I call them losers because they're friends. But
we're all It's stand up, dog. It's like I'm still doing stand up.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying. Regular guys don't know. Like you got on the. I don't know what it's like to get on the roller coaster. Yeah. Patrice talked about the roller coaster where it's like you go. So it's like Thug Notes. That's a roller coaster ride.
Of this.
Yeah. Like you got like a feeling of that.
And what you realize is that all this can go away in a heartbeat, dog.
Yeah.
So have fun regardless of what you're doing. And me going to mics or me going to a show, it doesn't mean it's all the same shit. It's all a stage and a microphone and people laughing. Whether it's in a big building or whether it's outside or I'm on the back of a truck or if I'm in a bar or I'm in a theater, it's all the same shit. I don't know why people put all this.
Fucking for 5 minutes and fucking for 15 minutes is very different.
Now if you bust that nut.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dog. So I'm like, it doesn't matter to me.
I don't wear condoms.
When I don't either, but I'm married.
What were you saying? Was he wearing condoms?
It depends.
Because I'm kind of curious about you and like your pre-married life.
I was a wild boy. Thank God. Thank God for my wife.
Yeah.
I might not be here.
Because
I was wilding.
A lot of like comics in LA have an air of desperation and you don't when it comes to the bitches. And like I don't get that air from you. So I'm like
I've had a good sample size. Had a good time.
You ever had a threesome?
Yes. And I didn't enjoy it.
Really?
Didn't enjoy it. Don't like threesomes.
You and a homie or two women?
No.
I can do that. Yo, cheers to that, my nigga. Cheers, yeah. But we gotta cheers on that. Yeah, I couldn't do the homie another shit. But you gotta ask niggas because you never know.
So funny. I don't like threesomes. It's just not. It's not fun.
Wait, two girls? You like? Was the girl a girlfriend or was it like two girls who was just like, yo?
This is one time in San Francisco, I was dating this girl.
What ethnicity?
Huh?
What ethnicity?
What was she? She was light bright. She was like a go-go dancer. Probably one of the I gotta
No, go ahead. No, fuck that. This is one time.
She was beautiful. But
I really want to know what racial.
She was fine. She was so fine. I remember I was dating another girl and we were at like an after party club.
This is back when SF was fun.
This is like there was this club called Otis that used to stay open to like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Damn.
And I was with my girl there at the time. And then the old girl came up and saw me with my girl, and she was so fine. She walked up, she's like, "Oh my God, Greg!" It's like, "Hey, how you?" Just gave me a hug, and my girl was looking at her. She's like, "Oh, you pulled that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I pulled that."
Bro, I love that feeling.
A great moment.
Bitches see like shit for your past. They like, I had to snap on that too because I think it's super corny to snap after a dap, but I had to snap on that.
Beautiful moment.
By the way, what was the girl from the past?
What was her ethnicity?
Yeah.
You keep asking me that. I can't remember. I think she might have been mixed. She was a
light-skinned chick. Okay,
light-skinned chick.
Wait, were they both light-skinned chicks? What was it?
No, my girlfriend was a white girl at the time. White girl from Hawaii.
Ah, yo, I kind of like those.
White girls from Hawaii.
Because they tan well. You know what I mean? Like their skin take to the sun
she was
better.
Great, man. I was in love with this girl.
Yeah.
That was a girl that broke up with me because I was just broke. I was a broke comic. Nah.
Come on, get your misogyny back with me, man.
She want a dude that could go on trips and shit, and I couldn't do that.
That makes sense. She's from Hawaii. She's like, I need to see more of the world.
Yeah, she want to go places.
To paddle out.
Like, hey, babe, I can afford my rent, and I can take you to a bar every once in a while, but I'm doing stand-up. That was when I'm in my, like, I'm doing
that
comedy.
was my first girlfriend, the Mexican chick I showed you, and I was super proud.
Yeah.
This is how much of a big bro you are. It's like, I remember, because it's funny, I get around you even now to this day, and I'm like, why am I talking so much? Like, because there's like this thing where it's like, I kind of turn into like a little nigga in a weird kind of way, where it's like, don't look at me like that. But it's like, you know what it is? It's like you ever, like, did you ever like look up to people growing up? Or like,
of course.
It's like you get around some people and you're like, wow, I'm like a lot more talkative. And I'm like, you bring out like a certain childlike joy in me that I'm really not used to.
Hella nice, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I'm a very genuine young man.
I like I like talking to you. You make me laugh. But no, man, I had a good time.
Why didn't you like the threesome though?
It just wasn't fun. It wasn't, it was like, I like that one-on-one attention. Man. And And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to like brag. Like,
hey, I've had a threesome too. This isn't bragging. This is
it's just
you
for
and the
people that's watching
now,
it.
nigga.
Just for people that's watching. It's like I just didn't. Yeah, I would much rather have it like one-on-one and like I don't need that and I'm good.
Oh, see that shit fire. I'm obsessed with it. I only had one. I'm like, I need another. I can't.
Not a fan. But go for
it's
it.
It's like
dog.
the Chris Rock joke where it's like, what did Chris Rock say? If you introduce men to something, like, ain't no such thing as one time with men. It's like, you better bring some bunk beds in this motherfucker. Like, I'm wearing clear heels on his birthday. No, you can wear clear heels every day. That's what it is for me. Like, I'm,
hilarious.
No, I'm really into that shit. Man, Damn. We covered a lot. There's like, dog, I want to have you back. By the way, before we wrap this up, how are the notes on your Coca-Cola?
Oh, the notes on my Coca-Cola are delicious. It tastes like diabetes simplex 2. And,
triple simplex?
triple simplex. No, it's great. I actually love Coca-Cola, man. Since I don't drink or smoke, I do partake in Coca-Cola and ginger ale. And ginger beer.
Ginger beer is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are your
Those are my go-tos?
Are you like a food guy? I mean, because it's like you like a fit dude, but it's like, do you?
I'm trying to be more fit. I like food. Yeah. My wife's more of a foodie. I eat. I just eat to really just like eat. But I like a steak.
Okay.
I know how to cook.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to like this nice restaurant the other day called Donna's. It's like an Italian restaurant.
I know. Yeah, I've heard of Donna's. Yeah.
Shit was bomb.
I'm trying to go to Donna's.
Hella expensive. The food was like rich too, but it was good.
You know what's funny? My like litmus test for like restaurants in LA, if like it's like, oh, this is like some good shit or some expensive shit. I see like it's two people. It's this dude, Baxter Holmes, who's he's an NBA. He used to be like, I think he was a Lakers beat reporter. Now Baxter covers NBA stuff, but like he did a really good in-depth article on NBA players and wine and Greg Popovich and his love for wine.
Yeah.
So and he lives in LA. So if I see like Baxter Holmes follows
a restaurant
on Instagram, I'm like, all right, it's some good shit or it's some fly shit.
All right, that's good to know.
And I saw Donna's, I saw Vince Staples and Baxter Holmes follow this.
Nice. Yeah, the place was good. It was really good. And they got like a 28-day like wait. Like you gotta make a reservation 28 days ahead.
I have not found a woman in LA that's like me for 28 days straight. So like, there's nobody I could take to that.
Well, hopefully you will.
Yeah.
Are you looking?
Nah.
Good.
I'm focused.
Good, man. Focus on the game.
Yeah.
Good, man. Good.
Yeah.
Do that shit, homie.
It's fucking eating me inside though.
What's eating you inside? What, women or the relationship wise?
Women. Yeah. Just
focus on the game, man.
I know, but I'm getting a lot more aggressive in other areas of my life. I'm getting very short. I'm just like, nigga, get the fuck out of my face. Like, yeah. I was at Whole Foods and my bag broke, and I'm like, yo, come on. And I showed them a picture, but they're like, you ain't got a receipt. I'm like, bro, I got blah, blah. Can you niggas give me a discount? And then I cussed out the lady there. I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it. And then I went and got, waste my fucking time because the motherfucker on the line told me, and I just really had a ghetto ass moment in Whole Foods.
Yeah, you can't do that, dog. You can't do that.
Why can't I do that? But are you right? But why can't I do it? Because I'm a public figure, or like because I'm a nigga, or like
first of all, it ain't safe for you to do that.
Yeah,
because you are a nigga, and it ain't safe for you to do that.
I'm a big, tall nigga too.
Dog. Yeah, it ain't safe for you. To do that. Yeah, you got to cool all that out. You got to take them L's sometimes, man, so you can be alive. Yeah, I want you to be here, man. I feel so bad. It's like you got shot at Whole Foods for dropping a sandwich.
Hey, if I get killed at Whole Foods, though, you niggas better make good jokes about it too.
Oh man, I'm like, so upset, dog. So
my nigga died at my nigga got killed at Whole Foods. Yeah, and put my face.
Because they will shoot your ass.
They will.
They will shoot your ass at Whole Foods. So relax.
What's next for you, man? What you got coming up?
Still trying to learn how to animate. I wanna write a book, and I wanna make a short film.
Stone.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to like figure out these projects and figure out this time to do it too, because I'm, working and doing a lot of other projects too. So just trying to figure out time.
And before we get out of here, I just want to tell people I personally bought one of your pieces of art.
You did. I remember. Yeah.
So
thank you too.
You're welcome.
You bought that Nipsey piece too.
I
right?
did. Yeah.
You like it still?
I love it. It's at my mom's house in Oakland. I gotta get her to bring it down.
Nice. I'll just give you another piece, man. You can have a piece at your house down here. Yeah, man. You got the Nipsey with the LA background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you another one, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, just send me your address and I'll send it to you in a minute.
So I just want to do some promo for you real quick because I love the project. Greg did a project called Red Line Project, and it was like famous Black figures, from artists to social activists, politicians, and so on. It was the face of them in red line areas in the city that they're most associated from.
Exactly.
What inspired? And my homeboy bought a piece from you too. My man Zink in Philly, Stephen Zink.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, and he bought a San Francisco because he's from SF, but he
bought that Maya Angelou.
Yeah. Shout out Zink, but he bought a piece. So it's like you were very. That was like a really dope project. What inspired that?
I don't know. I was like on the internet years ago, and I came across the red line maps.
Yeah,
and I don't know. Like, I just started saving all of them. Like every time I see a red line map, I just like screenshot it, and then one day it just hit me. Like, put whoever is a super famous person from that city. Excuse me, from that city. I'm sorry.
No,
and just put their face over it and then blend it in. It says so much. And but it was one of those things. It's like a joke, You have the first part of the joke and you just hold on to it for a while, and then the second part clicks. And then when it clicked, I made a bunch of them, did an art show, and it was great. And people bought a lot of pieces.
Yeah,
and they bought other pieces. I need to do. That's another thing. I'm trying to do another art show soon. It's great, and any way I can also show Black struggle and show Black people surviving, and not just surviving but thriving, all in one. I know I keep hitting it, but I think it's beautiful, and a lot of Black folks bought it, and I'm just happy that people have that on their wall.
Yeah,
so they get to see something like. They have some type of inspiration or something.
Yeah.
And it's pretty. And it looks good, too.
It's fly as shit.
Yeah.
So
thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate you.
Thank you, homie.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, too, man.
Oh, man.
For always being you.
Yeah. This has been the Wine Tasting with Comedians podcast. I've been Lyall Behrens. Thank you to our guest, Greg Edwards.
Thank you.
Until next time.